and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video to show you all, and hopefully this experience will help transcend the way you view crochet and also how you can get inspiration from the world around you. If there's one thing that I want you to take from this experience is to never limit yourself and also to make the most of what you have. I challenged myself with this video in choosing things from my yarn stash that normally I would never combine. And I'm here hopefully to bring some confidence in your abilities to, well, to create something really, truly beautiful. And like I said, I challenged myself in choosing two colorways that normally you would not find any connection with. Now, my own t-shirt, if you can kind of see from the video, is from the exhibit. And this is the main inspiration of the project that we will be creating today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. If I need to create a circle here, and you can already start to see the shape come into play. And remember, it's all about harmony. What you do on one side, you have to do on the other. This isn't big enough. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's make it 3. So remember, what you do on one side, you have to do on the other. And so you see, you can start to see the circle already come out. All right, now here, if I know that something is going to be here in the middle, I'm going to change color. So instead of doing squigglies like that, here I'm just going to add a spiral. And then here, like I said, this is where it starts to turn into a little bit of guesswork, because right now what I'm trying to create is the person on the horse. And so if this is their head, then this is their shoulder and their body. And I mean, someone needs to saddle up, right? So you need someone's leg. And so now what we need is the horse. Here, I'll probably do the horse a diagonal. So instead of doing straight lines, and we know that the person is on the horse, so the horse has to take up the rest of where these spirals are at. And we can start doing the head. Now do you see it? This is one quick way that you can do just silhouette artwork when it comes to crochet. And through the power of film editing, I will now, using the colors of what I know are in the yarn, I will incorporate it into this. So yeah, I'm just kidding, it's right there. So taking into account this, you can either start drawing over it or you can do it on the side. So like I said, you can either color over it, which I did here. You can kind of see the symbols below it. So see, you can see some of the squigglies here. And so using the colorways that are in the cakes, and they're here right below. Pretty close, right? This is just going to be one part of the sweater. So I plan to repeat this design twice. So just imagine if this is one whole, if this is across the chest of the sweater, it's going to be 1, 2, and then on the other side, it's going to be 3 and 4 to keep things nice and even. Cohesiveness, remember, cycling. Whatever's on the front, I will do in the back. I will be incorporating some gray to break it apart. So the gray will be the body of the sweater, and this is just the actual graph part. So hopefully that makes sense. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. The more likes you guys give this, the faster I will do part 2, okay? So for right now, I am going to... All right, so the last step that we're going to do today is break apart the colors in the yarn. and just have them on the side as kind of like an artistic palette. Now, I already know from experience from breaking apart their rainbow colorway is that there will be dark and light tones within the color change. So I don't know if you can see this. That will be very, very little compared to that. I probably will just separate all the colorways. So that way I have some play on hue, which is what this is. So this for me is if I find a color, the transition color between these two, I will use the transition color in there to give it some depth in the sky and also the ground. All right, so with a little bit of movie magic, I will break this apart and I will see you guys back. It is the next day, everybody, and we have deconstructed both cakes. I'm not going to do it on this one. I'm just going to let the colors flow, do its thing on that. But yeah, check this out, guys. In case you were ever curious how they used color. What I can tell you is a pattern with the skinny cakes is that there's always big, small, big, small, big, small. And what I mean by that is, if you remember, I mentioned that there's a lighter and a darker undertone or hue to transition, so that's usually why. So pretty neat, huh? I believe there's 12 colors in each cake. I did my best to, for some reason, this one got a little weird mid color, but there should be 12 in every single cake, which I think is pretty cool, considering, you know, you get bang for your buck in terms of wide range of color. All right, here's our guide. Now, I'm not going to go exactly like the picture in terms of the color, so bear with me if I do change something. This is just to guide us in the general direction. Now, as I was deconstructing it, I did realize something. So for example, there is more, so that the raspberry ganache has very deep earthy undertones, and the birthday cake has like that. Come on, that's like a sunset right there. Okay, so the idea here that I want to maintain is earth. Keep these the earth colors and make this all the sky. Okay, because I know here it's kind of reversed. I put the pinks on the bottom and the darker ones on top, but I think I'm going to reverse it, which means the sun, yeah, because that's blue, so it should contrast pretty well. Actually start from the top down, and remember, this is a graph, so I can literally do this first and then create the rest of the garment later, because it's essentially two rectangles that you're doing if you're going to do it in two parts. So let's go ahead and start, and I'm going to start from top to bottom. Yes, I believe that's the easiest way for me to do it, because then I can base everything off pretty much from the sun. So I'm going to go ahead and start the sweater. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you can, do me a huge favor and let's share it, so that way we can boost our subscriber count. You can see all of our Limon family members right here. And also, I'd like to give a quick and special shout out to Resilient Strands, MMR Crochet, Araceli Pintado, Noemi Torres, Karen Miller, and Blanca Bartieres. Thank you so much, everybody, for becoming members. And if you want more information, you can go ahead and hit that join button or click the link in the description down below.